Oh my goodness, get ready for a high tea. Geeks and Gamers Daily on a Tuesday.
I was getting ready to sing too, and you cut me off.
Hey, go for it.
The feeling has
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
What's up, Geeks and Gamers? Welcome to the D Plus crew on a special Tuesday edition of Daily. That's right. While everybody's getting back into the swing of things, Jeremy, Ryan, everyone else, it's it's back with Jay and Beardo. You didn't make Rumble stream low T. Okay, let me just say this again. I have zero access to the Geeks and Gamers Rumble. I don't know. I can't set it up until they trust me. Until they trust me or Beardo with Rumble. Every time we host, that's just how it's got to be, I guess. That's just how it's got to be.
I don't like the D plus team. I don't like when you call us a D plus team. It makes me think of Disney Plus, and that's just
right,
gay.
How about C minus?
That's better.
Yeah, C minus. Substitute teachers are in.
Yeah.
We're all watching a video, everybody. It's a substitute teacher.
Yep. Bring in the roll-in TV. We're watching Bill Nye today.
That's right. Every episode for 8 hours until it's time to leave. Oh, man. Welcome home. Fear the Beardo, man. You have been a traveling fool.
Yeah.
Vegas, live streams. I'm seeing the pictures, man. California, in and out. Like, you had pizza at my favorite place in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
The Cake Boss, right? That's
Yep. Pizza Cake Boss at the Harrah's. It is the best slice on the strip. Had In-N-Out several times in my trip to Vegas in California.
Did you bring me back a burger?
I would have had to frozen it. I would have had to freeze it. And then I would have
had to frozen it, everyone.
I'd have had to frozen it and defrost it.
Watching.
And I don't think that'd be good. Like heated back up, like the bun. The bun would just be all moist.
It'd probably be
and soggy.
Gross. It'd probably be kind of gross.
Yeah.
But how was overall, like your overall Vegas trip? We didn't get to do high tea Mondays.
Yeah.
I text my boy. I was like, "You gonna make it Tuesday, man? You gonna make it?" The dude's been on planes, trains, automobiles. I don't know, a couple women on the way. So he made it. He made it.
Yeah. I'm here. We're good.
Oh,
chilling. What was the question? Oh, yeah.
Did you enjoy
the overall experience, man? The overall experience was freaking awesome. I love Vegas. The meetups are insane. We definitely did need 2 days because the first night was still jam-packed, like shoulder to shoulder, wall to wall, just absolutely crowded. You can barely make your way through that place. I'm sure that Millennium Fandom Bar made a lot of money those 2 nights.
They
with
always
drinks
love
and everything,
us, though, man. I bet they would take us for a whole week.
The first night there was definitely a much larger crowd the first night than the second night. The second night there was still a good showing, but a little bit more comfortable. But I mean, it was still a hell of a blast, man. We had gifts, we had raffles. We raffled off like 2 Nintendo Switches, a PS5, a whole bunch of Dean Cain, All-American hero, Gabe Al-Taib's comic book. That was awesome. A whole bunch of All-American Lawman. We a whole bunch of ISOM. We gave away like 4 of the complete Alpha Core covers. Every single Alpha Core cover, we gave away like 4 of those packages. We gave away ISOM trading cards.
But here's
everything. We gave away a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Here's the thing right here.
Oh, so I was at my parents' house in Cali, and they have a butter dish. And I almost took a picture of it and posted it. But I knew I was going to be a phony. I was going to be a phony. I didn't want to be a liar and pretend like it was my butter dish.
Oh, look at that. Can only won a Switch.
He did.
Y'all gave away a Switch?
We gave away 2 Switches.
You know what the coolest thing the coolest thing that comes out of these meetups is, I follow Dom H and Jessica and all these other people, and like to see like, and of course Biggles, I don't know if he's watching. They post like pictures of them like hanging out with other people that are not like, it's not like Ryan or you or Jeremy, but like they made their own little groups and they go out and they do these awesome things together. To me, that's the best part, man. That's the freaking best part. Like I love seeing those pictures. I love seeing like and just watching what they're doing, like places that they've never been before and just hanging out. Everybody having a good time, nothing but love. Everybody's smiling. Everyone's having a good time. That's what life is all about.
Yeah.
It's just, it's freaking awesome. Thundera says, I just want to kick it with Jay for a day at Universal. I don't know, man. I'm kind of boring. Like the truth is, I'm very boring to hang out with.
I'm
just kind of quiet. I'm just kind of like, I'm always looking around, like just, like I'm enjoying the sun on my face. So I'm actually kind of boring. I don't really. When I went to Vegas, I just wanted to sit in the where did I sit? The sport last year. I just sat in the sports
book. The sports book. Yeah.
And I just watched basketball. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to. I didn't want to like. I don't know. I just did. I don't gamble. I didn't do anything. So I didn't want to like. Hey, why are you telling my personal business? Anyway. Anyway, before we begin. We if they showed this yesterday, I don't care. This is amazing. We're gonna show it again just because it's awesome. Our man Danky.
Oh no.
It's only a minute long. It's so good. I love it. And then we'll get into some wonderful topics.
Eric Guidewall for $10. Did Disney make this video? It looks like Star Wars Galactic Star. What the fuck? What's that?
Mike?
That wasn't me.
Dude, y'all are fucking retarded, man. Mike.
I'm gonna stop coming on this motherfucking show. If we have another one of these goddamn things, you're gonna blame me for fucking partying.
What's wrong with
Listen,
y'all, man?
that's straight up a soundboard.
Clearly, yeah.
Like, listen, even Rip was defending me.
Fuck, man.
Mike just fucking farted.
No, over here can't read a super chat and try to throw me under the fucking bus.
Oh man.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna leave now. Take it easy.
Stupid, man.
Look at you laughing.
What the fuck, bro? Stupid, man.
I don't know who did that, but
Stupid, man. Fuck, bro.
Holy shit.
Eric's never coming back on this show. He's like, they don't do that at the Blaze. So good, man.
That is funny.
That's the first time I've seen, like, look at Eric July, man.
Yeah. The fucking shoulder
Massive
hair.
Hey, Jeremy
shoulder
looks
hair.
freaking scary, dude. That's like...
That's spot on. That's accurate. That's the most accurate one out of all of them.
Look, here's this. Are you a shoulder laugher or do you laugh from your chest? Because like they got you here as a shoulder laugh. Like you laugh and your shoulders go up and down. You gotta ask yourself, which one are you? That's the main thing. Which one are you?
Do you say it with your chest or do you say it with your shoulders?
Do you want to knock out these super chats or you want me to do it?
Oh yeah, I can do it. Let's see. Name that meme for $2 is good morning, gentlemen, with the avatar of Brian BK Kennel. Chris Coran for $2 says the BK Outpost cooking up black girl magic. Likely. JS Pena for $1.99 says happy birthday to Gina Carano and X-Ray Girl.
Yeah, it's Gina Carano's birthday today.
Shout out.
Same with X-Ray Girl. Go show them some love.
TGV Monster for $2 says, "Hi, Jay and Beardo. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good sir.
Good morning. Orange Gonton for a 199. Every Tuesday is special with these two hosting. You're damn right. You fuck that bitch for a 199. Jay, you teach special ed?
No, I actually, when I was in the classroom, I taught a second chance school. So these were like kids or whoever that got like kicked out of public school. It was like Last Chance. You ever see like Last Chance University?
Yeah.
Like that show? It was kind of like that. Yeah. The sad thing is some of it was like if they had an older sibling that got kicked out, but the parents didn't want to have to drive to the public school and another school to pick them up. So then like if the older kid was kicked out, they could put all their family into the same school. So some of those kids, you know, it is what it is.
They didn't belong there.
We got that one. Look at
Nearsighted Cyclops for an 8 months. Oh, yeah, we did get that one.
We got that one.
Tomac for a 10 says, well, in TGE TV, Bill is why the sub passed out? Question mark? Yes. Mr. Sassy Sasquatch for 5 months. Yes, can only want to switch. Goji the King for an 8 months says, I'm OG714, always down for In-N-Out and the Epic Del Taco, currently in Minnesota. Neither of those are here, but August I will be out there to indulge. Yes, enjoy it, my friend. Get all the In-N-Out and Del Taco that you can get. In-N-Out, by far, the superior fast food burger out of all of them. Hercules for a 199 says, for Jay showing my comment. Thank you, Hercules. East Coast Toasty Boy for a $2 says, didn't know Jedi Master Kiadi Mundi was at Geeks and Gamers. Thanks.
You talking about you? Like the Conehead?
Yeah.
He died like a punk too, man.
Oh, he did.
He died like a punk. Standing on a bridge like,
he stormed
come
that
on,
bridge.
Everyone.
He stormed that bridge and got absolutely just blasted.
And he just stood there and he got shot in the stomach. He didn't even like. I was embarrassed for him. It's one of those things. Speaking of Star Wars, we got a couple. Star Wars things happening. It isn't like we haven't been saying it for such a long time. Jeremy has a catchphrase that says Solo lost money. But yeah, now Forbes is coming out and just basically just saying, now chat, did they talk about this yesterday on Daily? I didn't have internet all day, almost 2 days, right? So I'm just curious. Did they talk about this yesterday? Let me know. If not, we'll just breeze through this. But Disney Star Wars box office profits fail to cover the cost of buying Lucasfilm. You know, so people said nope. Okay, all right, good. Just making sure. Sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes it happens like because different hosts were like picking up on the same thing. Mm-hmm. So Forbes has come out and they did this entire article about, hey, look, Lucasfilm's kind of like they haven't even paid back the initial investment to buy Star Wars. You would think by now, after paying for it, after paying the 4.7 whatever it was billion dollars, that they would be printing money with an IP like Star Wars. You would think, right? With merchandise, movies, all kinds of stuff like that. But no, Kathleen Kennedy over there at Lucasfilm has destroyed it. So this article is very in depth, which I love. We won't have to go through the whole thing, but it basically is talking about, you know, when The Force Awakens came out and what they spent and how much this, and then they had, you know, then the Rise of Skywalker. But I'm gonna make it a little easier. Then they talked about like how people lost interest in the sequel trilogy and that The Mandalorian couldn't have come out at a better time, you know, like pushing things, people coming back to Star Wars because of Baby Yoda, but it didn't help the Disney Plus, you know, and now it goes on how much money they failed. They put together a really cool, let me pull that up, graph on like exactly what was made and how much they brought in. They were talking about too, like the different tax breaks that they were getting from the different countries that they filmed in hoping to kind of recoup some of this money. But this, to me, this was like, if you would have told me like this was Star Wars, I would have like been shocked, because in the article they said, they were like, we're not even talking about the $100+ million they lost with Indiana Jones. We're not even talking about the $100 million they lost with the Willow series. I didn't even know it was $100 million, and that they canceled and removed it off Disney Plus, so it's not even generating anything. They're just specifically talking about like, this is how bad it is with the film. So the first movie came out, as you can see the graph. This is what Disney made in the box office, right? The Force Awakens. It was $1 billion. This is what it cost to make, right?
Right.
And this is what they made, right? So $500 million on that. Rogue One, they only pulled $281 million. The Last Jedi, they did $300 million. Solo lost money. They lost $100 million on Solo. And holy crap, I see that $100. I'm going to get to it real quick.
Yes, sir.
And then the Rise of Sky, I was shocked.
They only made $89 million.
$89 million for the Rise of Skywalker.
That's what they pocketed.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's insane, dude. After all, like a Star Wars movie, like that's it. And
Yeah.
this, they included like the tax breaks. They included like all the, they included everything in this article. So it was like, yeah, but judging by these numbers, they're not even halfway close into paying back the initial investment. And it's also, they're also they didn't even want to throw in the Star Wars hotel because they kind of said, well, that's more of a theme park thing, even though Lucasfilm was involved in that. The amount of money that they're spending on Disney Plus shows that, yeah, great, people are watching, but Disney Plus as a whole is losing billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's funny to me that for years, like a lot of us, the people, the 2,000 plus people in the chat have been saying like, they're not making the money that you guys are claiming that they're making. Just because they did like $1 billion on this film and The Last Jedi, it doesn't mean that's what they took home to cover expenses.
Right.
So here we are now. Forbes finally called them out. And they're just saying, it don't look too good for Lucasfilm. What are they doing? How do you take?
If you add it all up, they're barely cracking $1 billion right now.
Yeah, and so that's at the end. The article claims that they after everything, maybe some merch they threw in there, they did like $2 billion out of the $4 billion. So they're like almost halfway there, right? And look at this right here, man. Holy crap.
Gohan for a $100 as he covers up my face. Only the fans can save Star Wars. Go start your own projects. Many are getting funded on Kickstarter. I plan on doing one myself and getting it funded when it comes time. Competition makes a good industry and economy. Disney can't stop anyone at this point. Enough said.
100%, man. We are definitely in a time of like, let's make our own stuff. Let's just do our own thing. Like this is where we are. So, but this to me was very shocking. I didn't think I thought the Rise of Skywalker did a lot more because it was the third one in this series, so that they wouldn't have to spend as much.
Yeah.
But they're spending $500 million to make this film. Like the Solo thing is crazy.
Yeah.
That it's in the negative. Like that they spent almost $300 million on that film and only pocketed that much when it's all said and done. The sad thing is too, it's like Star Wars merch used to be like everybody wanted a Star Wars action figure. Everybody wanted the Lego set. Everybody wanted something. Everybody wanted about how do you mess up even selling lightsabers?
I still do. I would love to be able to afford a huge Millennium Falcon Lego set or
like
a Death
almost
Star.
$1,000.
I know. I know. But, like, I would still love that. But this new stuff, the new stuff ain't selling. The old stuff is what's selling. If they're going to sell anything, if they're selling anything, they're selling Darth Vader. They're selling Luke Skywalker,
classics.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's what they're selling.
They're selling classic stuff. I know, like, for the Acolyte, they just dropped their Black Series over on Hasbro, and shocking, none of it has sold out yet. So I'd love to see the numbers on that, on how many people are actually buying the Black Series from the Acolytes over there. Now, some of the Clone Wars stuff has sold out, but it's funny because, like, when you look at action figures, right? Mm-hmm. You go back to the original series. Let's just take Han Solo. They sold the Han Solo Millennium Falcon, right? Han Solo. Then you have Empire Strikes Back Han Solo, where he's in carbonite, right? Or he's also on Hoth, where he's in his winter gear with his guns and tauntaun. Yep. And then you have Return of the Jedi Han Solo when he's on Endor and all that stuff. So it's like, so you have one figure, and people that were fans of Han Solo, they went out and bought the different types of Han Solo action figures and stuff that came with him. Right. You look at a character like Rey, who's the main lead. Her outfit never changed in any of the films.
Yes, it did. It did.
It never changed, dude. She wore the same rag.
No. In the first one, it did change. And in Last Jedi was the biggest change. She went from more of like a white tan to like a gray, and her hair was down. Like she had the three ponytail thing.
That's not even close to change.
But it did change.
The Last Jedi takes place the next day after The Force Awakens. How does she change?
Well, no. So at first, in the beginning of the movie, she is wearing the same, like she's got the same hairstyle, but then eventually throughout like the movie, she does change. Her hair is down and she's wearing more gray robes. In Force Awakens, she's wearing like a tan garb. In Last Jedi, she's wearing gray, and then in Rise of Skywalker, she's wearing white. It's similar, but it does change. But I would argue, even though it does change, nobody gives a fuck about her character.
Well,
they don't
what
care
I'm saying
about
is,
it.
like, you look at, like, you take Princess Leia. You have the A New Hope Princess Leia, which is wearing all white. Then you have the Empire Strikes Back Princess Leia, where she's in Hoth gear. Then there's like Cloud City Princess Leia. It's a complete makeover, right? So if you're collecting those things, people want the different types. If you like Rose Tico, the freaking same outfit. Finn had the same outfit on in every film, right?
Yes.
Rey literally wore the same outfit. Kylo Ren, it's all that is just like
Rey is the only one from the sequel trilogy that I can actually remember the change in her outfit. I can't remember Poe's change. He was just wearing a fighter pilot gear nearly the entire time. I can't remember Finn, his change at all. But like when you look at the OT, you know, you can get Farmer Luke. You can get Hoth Luke, where he's in his fighter pilot. You can get Luke where he's in his black Return of the Jedi, you know, his garb that he's wearing in Return of the Jedi. Like, you can get all that. Anakin Skywalker in Attack of the Clones, he's wearing brown Jedi robes. In Revenge of the Sith, he's wearing black Jedi robes. Like, you can actually remember that. The only person I can remember from the sequel trilogy that actual change was Rey. I don't know anything. I mean, the only difference with Kylo Ren is in Last Jedi, he didn't have a helmet because Rian Johnson fucking smashed it. And then in Rise of Skywalker, J.J. Abrams put it back together and it had like red fucking lines on it.
So the point being with all that is that in the original trilogy, it was the merchandising and the action figures that did so well that they were able to help pay for the next couple films. The merchandise for these upcoming Star Wars, no one was buying them. And then we saw, like, because there really wasn't a change. It's just like literally it's the same costume for every film, right? So why would somebody buy a Finn or another Finn from the different film when he's literally wearing the same thing?
Yeah.
So that's like that was one of their biggest problems. It's like they didn't look to all these different places for revenue to make in their Star Wars stuff. And now that it's come out that their movies have not even helped, it's like, where do they go from here? The thing is, it's like, I don't understand why these numbers keep coming out and the same people are still in charge. Like, if you ran a company this way, you would be fired. The board would kick you out. They're like, you are taking us backwards. Why are you not moving us forward? And it's like,
it's because they hired activists and they can't fire the activists.
Agreed. It's still, though, it just doesn't. It's bizarre to me that is. But see, then we have this. Then we have like to move on to like the.
And Kathleen Kennedy is unfireable. You cannot fire her. She is the Hillary Clinton of Lucasfilm.
It's crazy to me.
She has too much dirt. She has too much dirt on everybody. You cannot fire her.
Yeah.
She's got too much power over there. She knows too much. You cannot fire her, or else you know what the outcome is.
But I'm just saying, like, everybody in this chat, anybody knows, like, you ran a company this way. It's like you should be out the door. There should be fresh eyes. They should start over. They need to hit the reset button. But no, they just keep pushing. Now we got the Acolyte coming out, which is female centric, and they're going to push agenda stuff in that as well. They just don't learn. After failure, we talked about it. Indiana Jones should have been a home run.
Yep.
Lost
and now you
got millions.
And now you got the new Star Wars Outlaws.
Yes.
Which that has been making the rounds. A lot of new news about Star Wars Outlaws this past week. There was the whole
let me pull that article up.
Yeah.
This is crazy. The reason tell us about this. Tell us about this.
Okay, so before we get into this actual article, last week it was when I was in Vegas. I was actually talking. I might have been talking with Craig about this. The face model, the actual mocap actress for this character,
right?
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
In real life, it's like the Mary Jane treatment for Spider-Man 2. The real life actress is beautiful, and they make her ugly and give her male features. They give her a male jawline. Like, I don't understand it. But then you have actual male characters from the other Star Wars games, like Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, where they take Cameron Monaghan, I think that's his name, Cal Kestis, and he looks exactly the same. They actually make him look more manly. They make him look more of a hero. And with the chick main characters, they take a beautiful woman in real life and they make her ugly and they make her look like a man. So that's one thing. Now, it just came out yesterday that there will be a Jabba the Hutt DLC mission, or missions, I guess. A whole side quest for Star Wars Outlaws. But you have to buy the premium edition of the game if you want to play it. That is Lucasfilm and Ubisoft saying, fuck you, Star Wars fans. You're going to pay for the Jabba the Hutt mission, or else. Pretty much.
It's so stupid.
Or else. You want to play, you want to beat Jabba the Hutt, you want to have your chance at fighting the Hutts. You're going to pay extra money for it, and you're going to do it, and you're going to like it. And if not, well, fuck you. You're not playing it.
That is in the... I'm just saying, man, it's freaking laughable at this point because they know... I know they know that, like, only, like, original trilogy stuff will sell. So it's like, hey, I could just see them now scrambling, like, I don't know if we're not tracking good in like the early release sales. What should we do? Hey, like, let's just release the Jabba mission that's part of the game, but you can only play it if you buy one of the most expensive one. Is the premium? So wait a minute. So the premium is the top, right? No. Gold. The gold edition is medium. I think the premium is $130. So to get the premium, the platinum edition or whatever.
But you see so it's locked. So if you buy the premium edition, you get it, but you don't get it on launch. Scroll back up.
Yeah.
It says players will have to buy the gold edition to access the mission at launch. So you buy the game, you can play Jabba the Hutt. So even if you pay more money, you pay $50 more for the premium edition, because I believe this is going to be like a $70 game. So you pay
That's a $70 game.
Yeah, so you pay $40 more. I mean, plus tax or whatever, winds up being $50 more. You
That's
don't even
insane.
get to play the damn mission on launch. You want to fight a Rancor? I'm pretty sure in this Jabba the Hutt mission, they better, for $40 fucking dollars, they better let you fight a fucking Rancor. Because I played Jedi Survivor. Fighting the Rancor was fucking awesome. It was so much fun in that game. If they are going to charge you $40 and you can't even fight a Rancor, that's highway robbery, bro. That's robbery. How are they going to do this?
See, that's the thing. Like years ago, they could drop a Star Wars game and people would eat it up because they love this IP. And what has happened to the Star Wars IP now? It's just like everyone there's people in the chat that are just like, move on. We don't care anymore. It's true. It's like we just don't care anymore. And so, this is it's going to be interesting. When do we actually get to see numbers? Like, you think they'll do we get to see numbers on how many people bought, or do we have to wait and just see like how many people are actually playing like on Steam?
It'll be real telling when the game goes and launches on Steam after a week, how many people are playing it, and the reviews, the fan reviews on Steam, and the active players on Steam. With consoles, it's a little bit more difficult. You don't really get those numbers until several months after, and that's if they're breaking records. That's when they'll be like, "Oh, Star Wars Outlaws, we just sold 1 million copies in however much time."
Oh, so people are saying game won't be on Steam.
Ubisoft Connect.
Ubisoft
Okay,
Connect.
well there you go.
Okay.
There you go. So Ubisoft.
Thanks
Connect.
for clearing that up, chat.
Thank you.
I have this game. I saw the teaser trailer. I was just like, I have zero interest.
Dude, if that's the case, I understand it's an Ubisoft game, but for them to make it an exclusive on their
They really think they have something here.
On their store, dude, they are cutting their fan base, dude. Because let's face it, if you have a PC, you're a PC gamer, most of the time you're buying your games on Steam. Maybe every now and then you choose to buy it on Epic Store if the Epic Store is having a good deal, because Epic Store does have good deals every now and then, like discounts. You buy a game on the Epic Store, that's fine. Most PC gamers buy stuff on Steam. For Ubisoft to say, "Nah, you know what? Fuck you. We're gonna put it exclusively on our online store," dude. They are going to lose so much money.
They might be losing it already because I don't see the hype for this game, and I guess time will tell. The numbers will tell. You want to catch us up, brother, on some super chats while we get into some more fun stuff?
Tobias Nexus for a $5 says, "Hey Beardo, try saying this. Finguli Maguafla Cthulhu Rela Wagalagna fucking I'm not saying all that. In this house, the Rela dead Cthulhu Wade streaming." Thank you, Tobias Nexus, for the 5. The name that meme for a $5 says, "The quartering came out and said they are trying to censor the haters using the government, meaning Disney."
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised.
It's none of that stuff surprises me anymore. We did get this 100 banger. Thank you.
Thank you, Gohan. Richard Waring for 6 months. I fully walked away with the firing of Gina. Happy birthday, Gina.
Yeah, happy birthday. Thank you.
Ginger Adventure for a $5. How many Sclerops until Sclurpo fires Sclurpo from the Sclurpo Wars? Am I saying that right? Who's Sklurpo?
You asking the wrong person.
I don't know
for
who
the
fucking
5.
Sklurpo is. Thank you for the 5. East Coast Toasty Boy for $2 says ESG, the insurance policy for sellouts.
Yeah.
Yep. Gohan for $2. Sorry, my chat covered your face, Beardo. Hey, you're good. Thank you for
We're
the $100.
not sorry.
Yeah, we're not sorry.
What, another
Gohan
20?
for another 20. Best way to keep up main canon intact is when you do fan projects. Do it as a non-canon. My project I plan on doing is non-canon in an alternate timeline. It is the best way to honor the EU canon.
Oh man, looking forward to that, man.
Shout
That's gonna
out.
be awesome, dude.
Shout out. Yo, Pops for 7 months says, thanks for the follow, guys. Hey, Yo, Pops, thank you, man.
My favorite Korean right there.
Yep, Yo, Pops is
Wait, is he Korean?
cool dude.
Yeah.
I think he's Korean.
Sorry,
Excuse me.
Pops.
Sorry for that, Pops. Gohan for a 20 says, just move on from Disney Star Wars and do your own Star Wars projects. They cannot do anything because they have reaped what they have sown.
Yeah.
Lawyers out there want to take down Disney. Enough said.
Kind of crazy.
Gremlin for a $10. You guys forgot Stripper Leia, the most iconic outfit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
true.
I actually have
It's
that
true.
action figure.
I thought it was Slave Leia. We're not allowed to call it Slave Leia anymore.
Slave Leia. I have that one still in the box.
Are we not allowed? Did Disney say that we're not allowed to call?
He's absolutely correct. Like the just
Yeah.
anyway. We had that conversation.
Tobias Nexus for a 5. Remember, according to Ubisoft, you don't own your own games. You're just renting them, and they can say, "Nope, you don't have it." At
Is that
any
true?
point. Yeah, they did say that. Ubisoft, in my opinion, I think it was poorly worded, but. In my opinion, I think it was poorly worded. I don't think they fully meant that, but it still came out that way. So you kind of, if you're going to take it at face value, that's what it is. They said gamers have to start being comfortable with not owning their games. I think it was poorly worded.
Yeah.
But at face value, that's how they said it. That's how they said it.
I mean, the truth is, it's like if you just buy everything on like digital download, what's to keep them from like changing it without your consent? So look at that, man.
Goji the King for a 50 says, I bought No Man's Sky in 2016. It was a $60 game. Even with the rough start, they have had over 32 major updates, dozens of medium updates, and over 100 hours of story and side quest missions. Haven't been charged a single cent since. It's an epic game.
Yeah, see, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. It's just like you buy the game and it's like they do the updates and all that without you having to pay extra. Slagless for 2. Why did 1-800-DANKY use a real pic of ass? I don't know. You could ask him, brother. He's in the he's in the chat.
It'd be nice if they did some free updates for Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2.
The re-release that don't get me started. What's this?
Here's some Slurpos for the Star Wars. I don't know what Slurpos are.
Yeah, I'm out of it. I'm out
I
of the
have
loop,
no
Nick.
idea
I'm
what
out of the
Slurpos
loop,
are.
But thank you guys for the super.
Thanks. Thanks, Nick.
In the title, we talked about Mace Windu is hated, and I had this all ready to go. Jeremy did a video on it, and I wanted to talk with the chat just to see how they felt. Well, this idiot deleted his tweet. It was doing almost 10 million views, his tweet. And I got to tell you, it wasn't very popular, except it was only popular with the people that, those known bots that we see on social media. They have like the cartoon avatar of a Star Wars figure. They literally follow like thousands, but they only have like 100 people following them. And for some reason, all their tweets go viral. Well, this guy put out, and this is the sad state of where we are. So this guy put out like, it's sad that basically he was saying that Star Wars fans are just racist. They hated Mace Windu. They were racist against Finn, and they put in like a couple other that I don't remember. But all I kept saying was like, who in the freak hated Mace Windu and like had like a problem with him? No one. And it's like
no one.
Right. And so Jeremy commented, he's like, most people wanted to see more Finn with better writing, and everybody loved Mace Windu. What a stupid tweet. And like, absolutely it was, because this is the kind of stuff this is the kind of fan base that Lucasfilm has acquired. People that want to do this race baiting. Let's keep people divided. Let's, like, if you don't like Star Wars, you're a bad person. You're this and you're that. And they just push this stuff out to see like how it'll stick. There were people in his comment sections, like I said, those bots that were like, yeah, these losers hated Mace Windu. They're just scared to admit it because he's a fan favorite now. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Dude, these are the new normie Star Wars fans who didn't buy the toys, who didn't play the video games, who didn't wait in fucking line for tickets to be some of the first people to see the prequel movies, dude. I remember waiting in line for Revenge of the Sith. Not like the day of. I wasn't camping out like some of the hardcore fans were. Like some of those hardcore fans were pulling up tents. Tents outside the movie theaters just to buy tickets.
Did. Every prequel, I camped out for 3 days with my blood.
I wasn't like that, awesome. But we were still waiting in line, like even a few days after, dude. The lines were still crazy, and I do remember doing that for Revenge of the Sith.
So look, this guy he came back after he deleted his tweet, and he's just like, he changes his tune from people hate it, like people were racist against Mace Windu, to hating on Mace Windu. He goes, they're not hard to find, right? So he pulls up a single YouTube thumbnail where someone says worst of the Jedi. He probably didn't even watch the video. He pulls up an article, Mace Windu was Star Wars worst Jedi, and here's proof. And so now he lumped up these two things. And of course, the whole Finn argument, right? And then here's this tweet that he deleted. The whole Finn argument about like everybody was racist against Finn.
With those first trailers for The Force Awakens, I was like the biggest Finn fan. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go, dude.
Turned into a Jedi to save the day was an
so
awesome
fucking cool, dude. So fucking cool. I couldn't give a fuck less what his skin color was. I seriously could not have given a fuck less.
Did, man.
It could have been a fucking alien, dude. It could have been an alien. Stormtrooper turned Jedi. That would have been so fucking cool, dude.
They find, this is what happens. Like they find a single article or a single thumbnail, and they create this whole narrative that it is all Star Wars fandom were terrible people, because if they don't like Disney Star Wars, this is who they were. And this is what they try to like drum up in this space to constantly create division. I don't know, like it just shows like how stupid they actually are to make statements like that. Yep. But again, like you said, these are the people that Kathleen Kennedy wanted to attract to be a part of her fandom. The people that don't buy toys, the people that can't afford anything. The Reva, remember? Oh man, Reva's the best character ever. We love Reva. Like, forget the haters. Forget those racist people that hate Reva. Forget it. We're going to support her. We're going to support her. Okay, cool. All these people on social media that
did they buy her fucking lightsaber?
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
they didn't buy the lightsaber.
We got a lightsaber for you guys, man. Let's show our support for Reva. I don't have any money.
Yeah.
I'm not really a real person.
The people saying that the fans hate Mace Windu have been a Star Wars fan for about 5 years. 5 or 6 years.
Even if that, I think they're just trying to find something else.
Dude, that's one thing about Samuel L. Jackson and Mace Windu. Like, there's whatever movie Samuel L. Jackson's in, you're like, oh, that's Samuel L. Jackson. Quentin Tarantino movie? Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson knocks it out of the park. But you're still like, oh, that's Sam Jackson. That's Sam Jackson. When you watch the Star Wars prequels, you're like, that's motherfucking Mace Windu.
Yeah,
because in a lot of these movies, Sam Jackson, even though he's playing a character, he's still Sam Jackson. You know, he's like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker! Like, you know.
I mean,
I got Sam Jackson. But in Star Wars, dude, he is so articulate and well-spoken and even soft-spoken. Like, that's not Sam Jackson. That's fucking Mace Windu.
So listen, here's the thing. And then I gotta move on to one last topic. Wait, they made a Reva toy. I just want to point out on how disliked this character was. So they made a Reva lightsaber. Not only did they push it on a Star Wars YouTube channel that has millions of followers, they pushed it on their other social media accounts that has a combined total of like 15 million followers. Instagram lives, Instagram shorts, Twitter Spaces, all this stuff. They pushed this lightsaber. They actually wrote articles for StarWars.com, which they haven't done for a lot of their toys, right? The older stuff still sells out on Hasbro, like the Clone Wars stuff and things like that. They pushed this lightsaber across their platform in every single way possible because they needed that thing not to fail, but it failed. Right? They couldn't get enough people to buy it. After all that pushing, all that, everywhere, the people spoke and said, I don't know who you're listening to, Lucasfilm, but you ain't listening to your actual fans. We don't give a crap about this character. We don't even care. They couldn't, and they didn't even need to sell that many. I think it was and someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like 1,000. They needed 1,000 backers just to proceed, and they didn't even come close. Right?
How about this? Other than the fact that she was a shitty character, I think a lot of people had resentment towards Reva because this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. We want Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well,
we don't want fucking Reva.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like even with a massive push, like on like the social medias that they have, it is it's crazy that they couldn't even find 1,500 people out of like roughly around 15 to 20 million impressions that they couldn't find. Okay, people are correcting me. There you go. They got 1,200. They needed 3,000. They couldn't get 3,000 people to buy it. Which is freaking insane that they had to cancel it. Anyway, that's old news. Moving on. Star Wars. More Disney sadness. According to the Wall Street Journal, and this is the article here that I can't pull up because I'm not a subscriber to Wall Street Journal. So shout out to Boardwalk Times for summarizing it.
Shout out.
According to a new analysis from the Wall Street research firm, Epic Universe, which is the new theme park that is opening here in Orlando, could lead Walt Disney World attendance to decline by about 1 million visitors in only 2 years and boost overall attendance at Universal Parks by more than 8 million. Right?
Yep.
That is, if that is true, their bread and butter, like Disney's bread and this is the only thing they have right now that is making them money, is like this could be the we could see something crazy happen, right? So let me tell you what makes Disney a ton of money, and most people might not, at least for their theme parks. They have this thing called the Genie Plus. Now, what the Genie Plus is, it is their lightning, their fast pass, their cutting the line ticket, whatever it is.
Yep.
So this is how it works. When you go there, when you go to the park and they try to sell you this Genie Plus system, they're like, hey, look, the lines are long. You got to buy this per person. So let's say me and Beardo go to Disney, right? And I'm like, let's get the Genie Plus. So we paid $150 plus to get into the park. Then the Genie Plus is about $25 to $30 per person. And that gets you like 5 rides, right? It's a small world. The rides that nobody cares about, right? The merry-go-round, Dumbo.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to use that for like the Haunted Man, the rides that people wait, they want you to pay an extra $10 to $15 to sometimes $25 per ride extra, right? So if you're there on a busy day, you pay the $25. Then you want to ride Pirates of the Caribbean or one of their newer attractions. They want you to pay an extra $25 for that ride alone. And then they tell you, okay, now that you bought this, you gotta come back at around 3 o'clock, and then you can get into the lightning lane, which is supposed to be, a lot quicker. Well, what has happened these past few months, like over spring break, when it was more crowded at the parks? People were noticing that the lightning lane, the ones that people are paying $20+ more,
it was actually longer than the regular line,
were longer than the normal lines. Some of the lines were 5 to 10 minutes, even though the estimated time at the top was 45. And the lightning, people were waiting 35, 40, asking. There was like a huge thing going on where people were like, I want a refund. This is stupid. The regular line was shorter. The wait times are not accurate on the lines. And this is just a rumor and speculation. Don't want to throw anything like this out there until we have factual evidence.
Oh, you think that they're putting a fake time up there?
That they were putting fake times up so
to get people to pay for it.
Correct. And they also weren't limiting the purchase. They're supposed to what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to limit the purchase. Now, when you go to Universal and you want to buy a skipper, like a line skipper, a fast pass, they only sell so many during the day. So if you wait later and it's already busy, they'll sell out. They did that for all of them. They're like, I'm just throwing numbers. So like if 1,000 people enter the park, they're only going to sell 100 of the fast pass because they don't want the fast pass lines long. They want you to buy it. You paid extra for it. You get in there. You don't have to wait in line. You ride the rides and you go, right? So there's times that people have showed up and they're just like, can I get a fast pass? No, man, we sold out. We sold out in the morning. It's very busy. It's like, spring break or summer crowds. So now that we're seeing, like, I pulled this article because it had the tweet just to show you for what it's worth. And of course, there's a lot of ads going on here, but let me share this real quick. And if Epic Verse or Epic Universe shows up and pulls millions of people out of Disney into this new park, there could be a serious problem because now they're not going to make the money from the Genie Plus, which is what they said in their earnings statement as to what is bringing in a lot of money into their theme parks. Like the biggest scam right here. Disney Lightning Lanes is a scam. Why do people keep buying it? Right? It's because they don't know any better. So I'm just going to scroll down here. Basically, they were saying the same thing that I just said. So here's the prices, $18 to $35 per person per day. And in some cases you have to pay a smaller price for a single ride. And I'm just putting the tweets down that people have. So here is Mickey's Runaway Railway ride. The Lightning Lane wait was 100 minutes, and the standby wait was 15.
Bro.
So people paid an extra $50 to wait over an hour when people that didn't are walking right on the ride in 15 minutes. That's insane, dude. Everybody should have gotten a refund instantly.
Yeah.
And
were they handing out refunds at least?
I have no idea. I asked, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So right here, this is the lady standing outside. I think this is Disneyland. I've never been, but the Lightning Lane for Radiator Springs. Yeah, Radiator Springs. And the entire queue is filled once again past the scanners. No sign of a broken system. So basically, people are waiting longer for the Lightning Lane than they are for the regular lane.
Wait, they don't have Radiator Springs at Disney World?
No, that's
that's a California Adventure
exclusive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, there's just tons of posts right here. And then this is what happens. So when you go and you look on the app, it tells you this is how long you got to wait for each ride. And then sometimes when you walk to the ride, you're like, it's at 130-minute wait. I waited 15 to 20 minutes.
Right.
Sounds a little suspicious to me as to why. I'm just saying, maybe it didn't update in time. So right here, it says, as far as the Magic Kingdom, the Lightning Lane for Peter Pan's flight is stretching as far as the eye can see. It is wrapped around the building. People paid an extra $40 per person to stand in this long line when they were told if you buy this, you skip the line to get right on.
Yeah.
There is going to be videos made, like eventually there's going to be videos made of like of this because it's just way too many. There's way too many reports coming out about that.
What they need to do is they need to let people who have the app update the time themselves. Like, how long did you wait in line and you put your own answer on the app? Oh, Pirates, I just got through Pirates in 15 minutes. Boom.
Dude,
and then you average it
what
out.
You're saying the last thing you want to do to be at a theme park with your family is be on your freaking phone.
Yeah. But that's what it is, though.
Like, it's crazy. And so now
the whole Disney stuff
right.
with this Disney and the Disney app and the Genie Plus, like, you have to be on your phone for everything. Shit, your ticket is on your phone when you're leaving the park and going to another park. You have to scan your phone on the thing just to get in the park.
This is even funnier. So I said all that to say that if Epic Universe pulls that many people out, there's no way they'll be able to sell that many Genie Plus to make that kind of money that they were doing. So they're in big trouble. And also this, we reported on this is the biggest Disney fail that no one is talking about. All right. This is one of the biggest so the Galactic Star Cruiser was probably the biggest. This is probably the second one. Okay, Disney World begins to de-theme the failed NBA experience at Disney Springs. All right. Let me explain real quick and then we'll close out with super chats. This is located in Disney Springs. Disney Springs is a free place for people to go. And they rent out space to restaurants that aren't owned by Disney, basically. So it's like people like put their restaurant here and all that stuff. This place right here used to be called, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, it used to be called Disney Quest, I believe. Disney Quest. And what it was probably one of the coolest things that they ever had. You paid like $20, $25. I think the price went up a little. Okay, yeah, people are saying, yeah, Disney Quest. The price went up during busier days, and it had like 5 levels of arcades that were just available. Like once you pay to get in, everything is like, you don't have to put quarters or anything. And each floor was like a different generation of games. So like you go to one floor, it's like the year that Pac-Man came out, right? Like all that, like that type, all those types of video arcades, right? And they had tons of them.
Is this the place where you can build your own roller coaster and virtually ride a roller coaster that you built?
Yeah.
And they took that out. You can't do that no more.
So it was like, so they had like the 80s arcades, the 90s, the 2000s. They had like this whole thing set up for like Guitar Hero on like this big screen. Dude, it was awesome. It was fun. It was, if you loved video games, that's where you went, right? That's where you went. So you just paid a flat fee. You went in, they sold burgers and everything, and you could just pick your floor, right? And you just kept playing over and over. And they had anyway. So you guys get the picture. It was always packed from people from all ages. You had the older folks like me were up playing Miss Pac-Man and Donkey Kong, right? Bringing back the old days. I would get my friends. We'd all play Gauntlet, right? I don't know if anybody remembers that game. It's 4 of us. Elf Needs Food. Like, we would play that game. They had the Terminator game that I have behind me. Like, we would just rock that whole freaking thing. It was awesome. Disney had this great idea that they were going to tear that down and build an NBA experience. And in the NBA experience, you paid, I don't know what it was. It was expensive. It was like close to $100 where they put you in like your favorite NBA. You go to a locker room where your name is there and you put on the jersey. So I like the Miami Heat. So you go there and you like put on the Miami Heat gear. Then they play the theme music to the Miami Heat and you walk out on the floor of this basketball arena where they're like, and now for the Miami Heat, number 7, drunk 3PO. And you walk out to like fake cheering, like digital people in the stands, and you shoot a couple baskets and they film it, right? And you're supposed to feel like you're in a You're in an NBA team. Bro, it's stupid. And
That's
I'm an
so
NBA
lame.
fan. It's dumb. And then when you walk out, they had all the jerseys and stuff from every team that you could buy, all that stuff. And it's like they thought like this was the great replacement for freaking arcades. Like they thought this was the stuff. Nobody went to this thing. It shut down in like less than a year, and it just remained abandoned. While they could have been reaping in money, selling like people to get in to play video games that all you gotta do is plug in and go. Dude, it is so dumb. And now finally, Disney World begins to de-theme the failed NBA experience. I'm just
So are they gonna put Disney Quest back?
If they were smart,
are they too ignorant for that?
if they were smart, they would do it. If they were smart.
I want to do that. That sounds like a blast.
Cash cow, man. It's a freaking cash cow. They just set up tons of arcades, and you just paid a one-time fee to get in. So, but they're not smart. They won't do it. They'll probably figure something else out that nobody wants. It'll probably be like, I don't know. Who knows, man? Like anything that they touch, they have a bunch of people sitting around a table, and they do everything backwards. So they just do everything backwards. I don't know why. I have no idea, but that's where we are. All right. Anyway,
what a shame. What a shame.
Let's do it ourselves. Let's open up a high tea arcade.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
I think that would be awesome, man. We'll just get a bunch of one-up arcades and like throw them in there and like let's just do it.
All right.
We'll sell beer. We'll have like pizza and like just like let's just do it, man. Who's coming? Who's coming in the chat? Who would come to that?
And we'll have raffle tickets, and you can spend your raffle tickets to get some butter dishes.
That's right. That's right.
Divine Matrix for a $5. Have y'all seen the AI generated Phantom Menace trailer? I hate how much I'd rather have an AI Star Wars than Disney Star Wars.
Well, you might get your wish. I have not seen it, but wow.
Taker for $5. No Doubt's breakthrough album Tragic Kingdom was actually based on Disneyland. Bassist Tony Cannell called it polished on the outside but rotten within. Thank you. Dermy Wormy for 15 months says, wish you were at Vegas, Jay. They had some shrimp walking around with the camera yelling at everyone. Dermy.
He's talking about Beardo.
Shut the fuck up.
Bro, that's the one thing that I would have loved to have like hung out with like Dermy's crew, and then the next night pick another crew to hang out with, and the next night like where are you guys going, and the next night just to hang out with everybody. I think that would be freaking awesome. So that to me is like the best part of the meetups is like listening to them like and just laughing with them. I think it'd be hilarious.
And I'll be honest, Dermy is not as tall as he says he is. Sean O'Mac for a $5 says, I follow lots of people, but no one follows me. Am I a bot? Yes. Gregory Leiber for $2. Who wins in a slurp-off, Jabba or Schlurpo? I don't know what you're talking about. Gremlin for a $10 says, Outlaws is also a live service game too. How many more nails do they need? A lot. Not very many. I don't know. Lady Medea for $20. Today marks 1 year since I started watching you guys, and this is my first super chat ever. No better occasion to start my life change 100% since I joined this amazing community and met so many incredible people. Hail the 199.
There is so
That's
many,
what it's all about, man.
Man, the forget about me. Man, I'm just a retard. There are so many amazing people in this fellowship that are creative, that are hilarious, that are just generous, that are just fun, like just amazing people from top to bottom. You'll find no John Morrows in our group. That's for sure.
None. You'll find a lot of high tea people, like Fear the Beardo. Breer for a $5. Yellow Flash would pay big bucks to suck Mace Windu's lightsaber. What?
Well, how do you know that? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Pre-Dawn Corp for a 199 says, Jay, play Call of Duty Cold War and Team Kill with me.
I haven't played a Call of Duty in years. I just like that when people say duty. It's like poopy.
No. Right.
Epic Mike says John Marrow is the man. You spelled his name
maybe
wrong.
John Marrow is a good guy. John Morrow is a piece of shit. Alec Baldwin's finger for a $20 says, it was absolutely amazing seeing you again, Beardo. Yes. Shout out Alec Baldwin's finger. Fear the New Guy for a $5 says, I also say it starts at this time, and then an hour later, we start.
Something like that.
Gohan for a $5 says, Jay saying Disney is smart is saying The View is a good talk show.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The Pally Dan for a $5. Slurpo is a joke Az and Mahler came up with reacting to Outlaw trailer on real BBC when Gary wasn't there.
Okay.
It's hilarious. Danky needs to animate it. Okay, so that's Slurpo.
Sounds good. Hope Danky animates it. I'll catch it. That'll be awesome.
And we're all cut up on Super Chats.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys for another daily. People are asking, is there a high tea today? No, we'll be back
Thursday.
And I think we have Tuesday night's main event at 8 o'clock. Hopefully the whole crew will be back and we'll be all set to go. And that's it, man. Jay, when is the breakfast stream? Now that Beardo's back, he's got to get rested.
Yeah.
And we will meet out over on a we'll find a Waffle House and we'll go from there. Shameless plug from Epic Mike. And we'll end on that note. Much love to you guys, man. Y'all have a great one, and we'll see you later tonight. Anything else?